Hey guys, this is Clinton from LotusGames. I thought it would be a good idea to have a video, a walkthrough video if you will, that shows how Didgery is played and actually shows that what Didgery is in terms of a game. One of the major problems that people have when they first see Didgery is that they think it's just some boring solitaire game, you know. And some people like solitaire, but the audience isn't nearly as large as people who just like puzzle games in general. So I'm here to demonstrate that the cards in Didgery is more of a mechanic that is used for the gameplay. It's not really the core. It's not the core of the game, if you will. And I can understand why people would think it would be a solitaire-like game. I mean, look, you're presented here with a wall of cards. That's what it is. You have a wall of cards. People see it and it's just like, man, this is solitaire or something, man. Okay, so let me show you how the game's actually played. The goal of Didgery is to create chains of cards and get points. Alright, now you create a chain of card by clicking on a card. And this allows you to click on the cards adjacent to the card. Alright, this is the process of building a chain. Now, once you click on a card, there's one of two choices you can do to actually get through building a chain. You can either pick a card that is adjacent to the last card in the hand that has a lower face value in the same suit. For example, I could go to this 10, and then I could go to this 7 right here. Okay, they're all of hearts. The alternative is that you can chain to a different suit as long as that suit has the same face value. So I could go to this Queen of Spades here, and then I could go to the 8, and then the 4, and then I could even go down to this 4, and then down to here, and then since this has the same face value as the previous one, I get in right there and blow the whole thing out. I love the explosions. There's no other card game I know of that has explosions, and I added the explosions in just simply because I thought they were awesome. I mean, they were just cool. They really add a layer of just fun when you're playing the game. You make big explosions like, yes, that was awesome. Now, one thing that you will notice if you play Didgery for a little length of time is that you start strategizing. It wasn't really something I had planned to happen, and I wasn't like, I'll make this a strategy game, but it's just something that naturally evolves as you play the game. You look for these small chains that you can use to take advantage of that will result in bigger chains later. Let me see if I can show you an example here. So I'm right now at this 10 of hearts. If I go to the 9 and the 6, I would have to end there. But if I could somehow drop this 6 down to here, I could then chain to that. Ideally, there would be more cards after that, though. It doesn't really look like it. So let me see. Doop. There's actually a pretty good chain right here. I'll just go for that one. Okay. I'll go ahead and drop the 6. Okay, so now I can go something like this. I still want there to be more afterwards, though. Now there's a Jester up here, which is a special card. Special cards allow... They change up the rules a little bit to make things interesting. I guess I could do something a little like this. And that would work. Didgery is an interesting game, really. I mean, it's a mix of like sort of chance, but you also have a strong hand in how you play that chance. I mean, you know what's on the board. You can control these. You don't know much of what's in the deck. It's a very fun game. I mean, it doesn't feel like a card game. When you play this game, it doesn't feel like solitaire. It really doesn't. It feels much more similar to Bejeweled, but doesn't even quite feel like Bejeweled. It has more strategy than it. It really does. I'm not saying it's better than Bejeweled. Bejeweled's an excellent game. I'm just saying that it's similar but different. Okay, let's see here. I'm just going to make a few chains. It seems like there's a lot of opportunities here. Could I go in the reverse? Go this, this, this. There's nothing really there. I'll just take this one. Wait. If I can drop this, then I can get to this one. The Jester is a wild card, but it has to be the last card in the chain. It's the first special card you'll unlock. So now I can go to this. That's sweetness. No, I just wish... Well, that's not so bad. I'll go for it. Okay, here. 10. Looking for the chains. Is there anything I can do that would make it better in the long run? I don't think I see anything. Yeah. I sense a good one. Or I could go this way, which I think is what I'll go ahead and do. Doop, doop. If I drop this down, then it's out of my reach, which is a problem. I want it to be here because then I could go to the 4 there. That would be ideal. Or I could go to the 4 here, but I don't see that happening. I'll just go ahead and drop it like that. Ooh, yes. There's a queen now I can make use of. Okay. Pretty good size one. So basically, I mean, this is how the game's played. You look for chains and you blow them up. It's a really relaxing game now that there's a Zen mode and not just what was previously called Nightmare mode. Nightmare mode still exists as its own mode, but Zen mode is the default. It's just meant to relax so you can play and have fun and focus on building chains. As you play the game, you'll come across these locked cards that you'll be able to unlock. I haven't got one yet. They'll come eventually. They're kind of in between each other a little bit. Ooh. Wait, I can do better. 7. Nice. Okay, let's see. What can I do? Here's 1. 2, 2. Pretty good chain. I can make it better because the next one's a 9 of diamonds. So if I do this, the 9 of diamonds will be right there for me. Ooh, that's a good one. Check that out. Oh yeah, double explosion. Alright, now I've got one of those locked cards over there. Let me see if I can get it unlocked for you guys. Now, whenever you see a locked card, what I always like to do is try to plan my moves ahead. So I try to make the cards fall in a certain way so that I have a really big chain, so that by the time the locked card does appear, I can blow it up. That's the best thing to do, in my opinion, is try and strategize. So let's look at the board a little bit. Now, we know the next card is going to be a 10. So we can make use of that to extend this chain. 10 now appears there, and I can go something like this. But I'm kind of being limited right now. Actually, we could do something like this too, but this really is limiting me to this area over here, which isn't very big, to try and get it when that lock card comes in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. That's not long enough for one of them explosions. It really needs to be a little bit longer than that. Is there any sort of alternatives? The Jester's not quite in the spot where I want it to be. 7. Probably should have made use of that a little better. Five. Let's see here. Now that's 6, but I mean, I'm not going to be able to get that locked card down here. It's just not possible. Whoops. No, that's a little better. Something like that would work. If I can get the locked card to end up in one of these spots, I can blow it up and unlock it. That's what I'm going to aim for. So since these rows are being used, I don't want to touch them very much. So I'll just do a little bit of small chains until I can get things to fall the way I want them to. Let's see here. We're ending right there. I want my card to be right there. Trying to keep the options open. Doop, doop, doop. Let's remember this chain here. Yeah. Here's what I'll do, actually. Okay, now it's even bigger because I can go to the 2. So I can go something like this. And then... ooh, then things get tough. I kind of put myself in a corner. I need the card to fall somewhere in here, and it's like I've kind of limited myself. I can't move this down because then this 2 would be out of range, or I could just not worry about it. I'm running out of moves, so I don't have too much of an option anymore. That's going to have to drop, and then this is going to have to drop like so. Now there are 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Right before we get our locked card. So if I do this, I think that would be an error. Ooh, I could do that even now. Depending on how things play out. Okay, so I'll do that. That would put a couple up there. And now I have 2 more. I'll be ending the chain right here. So I need a card up here. So I blow those up. Okay, there we go. Now, we've planned our chain out so that we can just get things to work the way we need them to. Ooh, I can make it even better if things were just set up enough, but this should be the trick. There we go. Now the bridge card's a fun little card. It allows you to basically bridge a gap between 2 cards, 2 moves that you see that you want to make. Here's an example. One of the things I did with the new version of Didgery is create this visual step-by-step help here. You know, previously there was just a picture here and this text, which didn't at all really help the player actually know how to use the card. Now with this stuff, it explains, like it just shows. It's a show by example, and it just works. It works so much better. So you can see some examples here of how the bridge card's being used. Okay. I already see an opportunity where I can use the bridge. Here's a good example. See, the bridge exists between the jack and the 9, so I can reach it like that. So, that's pretty much how Didgery works. I hope you've enjoyed this little video, and I hope you would give Didgery a try. It's quite a fun game, in my opinion. I might be a little bit biased, given that I made it, but I think it's a unique and fun game. And if you have the chance, please give it a try. You might love it. Thank you for your time.